hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
When it comes to the 5 Kage, there aren't too many ninja alive who have big enough balls to attack the 5 Kage simultaneously. Only Madoru Uchiha, who technically was dead at the time, managed to take on and successfully defeat the 5 Kage. Well, we can now add one more name to the list of ninja more than capable enough of taking down the Kages and having the balls big enough to take on the 5 Kage, and that ninja is Shikamaru Nara. Now, I know someone's laughing, I know someone's probably already hit the dislike button, so I'll tell the rest of you guys to pump the brakes for a second, because this is a lot of information a lot of you guys don't know. So if you've been following me here on Naruto Explained or over on my first channel, Kryptonian Saiyan, then you know I've made references to the fact that Shikamaru attacking the 5 Kage more than once in a lot of my videos. So many of you guys have asked me, why would Shikamaru attack the Kage, and I finally decided to make a video on it. So essentially the information is given to us in the Shikamaru Shinden novel, which came out in 2018 as a part of the Parent and Child Day novel, the Sasuke, the Teacher Star Pupil novel, and then you have the Shikamaru novel that's all set in the Boruto era before, during, and after the events of the Majina Bandits arc. So essentially Shikamaru attacked the Kage during the 5 Kage summit because he, for lack of better words, was basically getting tired of the Tsuchikage's bullshit. So essentially the feudal lord of the land of Earth that the Tsuchikage answers to placed enough pressure on the Hidden Rock Village to invade the Land of Flowers, which is a very small country that is aligned with the Hidden Cloud Village. Now the feudal lord wanted the crops from the Land of Flowers regardless of the damage that would be done to the Shinobi Alliance. Another factor that was driving Shikamaru to attack the Kage is, like Naruto, he was dead set on keeping the generation of his son from experiencing the horrors of war. Now Shikamaru had already deduced that the pending invasion of the Land of Flowers would cause the Hidden Rock Village and Hidden Mist Village to team up together due to their co-reliance on one another as being trade partners. Now in the follow-up meeting of the 5 Kage, Shikamaru, upon hearing the Tsuchikage's words, confirmed his growing fear that a 5th Great Ninja War was on the precipice of happening. Shikamaru makes the cold and calculated decision to place all of the 5 Kage under his shadow paralysis jutsu, and then he places their bodyguards under the jutsu before they can react. Now Shikamaru was prepared to escalate the situation even further by snapping the neck of the Tsuchikage, and depending on how you interpret Shikamaru's analysis of the situation in that moment, I firmly believe that he would have gone for Chojuro as well, given that Chojuro in any type of conflict would have sided with the Hidden Rock Village. It's only after Naruto stares down Shikamaru, breaks the shadow paralysis jutsu, and demands that Shikamaru stop, that Shikamaru lets go of his hold and he doesn't go through with his plan of killing one of the 5 Kage. So as you guys can see, like I've talked about in passing in my other videos, the peace between the 5 great nations, while unprecedented, is still something that can fall apart on a mere whim. If you guys want, I can go ahead and go into a much deeper dive of a potential 5th Shinobi World War and explain to you guys how the Boruto anime has already set up the foundation for a war between the nations, and give an in-depth look at the situation that takes place in the Shikamaru novel, which I kept out in order to keep it to the bare bones of the topic surrounding Shikamaru attacking the 5 Kage. But that's for you guys to tell me. If you want, I can publish that video later on in this week. But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day guys.